Hey everybody, Robert Morrow here, team captain for Team Yikun. The HQ called and they wanted us to do an in the bag of everybody so they can just kind of see what all we're bagging and what all we're loving and using. So let's get to it. The first things we're going to do though is kind of fill in this putter pouch here. With my putters, I have 4 in here. I got the first one is a Ling. I love this thing. It's that Silk Road, amazing disc. Then there's the other Ling. I had 2 of these. I love these 2 discs for putting. Now how about got the Intercolor Gui. Love this for straight shots, approaches, all that good stuff. And then there's the hammer. So gotta have the hammer. This is a newer one, so it's still nice and overstable. All right, let's get down to this pouch here. I got a lot of the Tiger plastics I keep in here. Let's just throw them up. Okay, so first we're gonna go with the Tion cheese. So I have a newer one, nice and bored flat, so it still has a lot of stability. And then I have this one. It's not as flat. It's a little bit gummy, a little older, so it's really, really straight. So I got to have 2 of those in the bag at all times. Then I have an older hammer, so it's nice and straight. See, it's a little nice and worn to have this for a long time, but I love it for just like really, really straight shots out in the woods and stuff. Then I have my tiger wings. I love the tiger wings. It's when I need something like a little bit longer than a gui. I can really just trust aim very, very straight, goes through the woods. Love this shot for especially wooded shots. Then my last one here is the Tiger Gui. This one is more understable, so this is older, so I can like turn this one a lot more than my Intercolor one. So, and this is also really good for like a forehand if I'm stuck out on the left and I need to kind of something to dive out to the left still. So let's put that in here. Move here. So let's start with our mid ranges first. Let's throw them out here. All right, so first over here, we're gonna go with the crossbow. This thing is an absolute utility beast of a disc. Super overstable. You can throw it forehand, backhand. I use it when I'm like close to the basket. I need to get around an obstacle and still try to skip it in, or just get it close enough to try to still save a par or birdie or anything. So love that disc. Put that right there. All right, next we're gonna go with the brand new Neja. Love this thing for nice understable mid-range. Turns, flips up, does everything great. Exactly what I'm looking for in an understable mid-range. And I love that plastic and stamp, man. All right, now these next 2 are the 2 Zhangs. I primarily bagged this in the Glaze and the Phoenix. This one is like super, super straight. Got a little turn, a little fade, but overall straight. This one is my more overstable one. Love this one too because you can't see it, but it has my signature in it from the factory, so that's really cool. So those will go there. All right, so now let's move on to the 7-speed. So the 7-speed I use, let's throw those up. All right, so first we have my favorite, the Foo. This one is super overstable. It's the most overstable Foo I've ever thrown. So if I ever lose this one, I will cry. Um, but I love this for something really straight. I'll put that on this side. Let's see here. Next, we have the Glaze Foo. This one is more straight. Still great disc, and it's got nice Clemson coloring, so I love that one. And then last but not least, my 7s, we had the brand new by G. So as you can see, this one, it just goes really straight. It can turn, it can fade a little bit, but overall, it's going to go just dead straight. Love this disc, point and shoot. Great addition to the Yikun lineup. But all right, let's move on to our 9-speeds now. So let's throw them up here. All right, so first we're going to start with the Who. I have this thing in here super, super flippy, but just in case I need something that's going to turn a lot, or if I'm pinched like far on the left side of the fairway, I can just throw it out there. It's going to curve hard to the left. All right, so then there's my Jihi. I like this one. It flips up to flat. It'll turn. I like to craft a lot of different lines in this. I love it in the woods. It's nice and dark coloring, so I make a lot of people look for this with me, and they hate me for it, but it makes me laugh. Then one of my favorite ones of the whole Yikun lineup is the Jin Woo. I love the Jin Woo. Just does everything. Holds turnovers, holds hyzers, goes far distance, can control it to short distance. I use this for so many shots. Love the Jin Woo. But last on the 9s is the B. I love the B. Very straight. This one in the Phoenix line is a little bit more overstable, so it goes really straight, and I can trust it to reliably crash out to the left. So going through the woods, going in open fields, wherever you are, the B is a great choice for you to use. So now we're going to check out the 10 speeds. The 10 speed from Yikun has some really cool ones, especially some newer ones that I'm loving. So we're going to throw them up. All right, so the first one we're going to use is the Hao Yi. All right, so the Hao Yi, as he is featured on my shirt here, so that's really cool. This one is my turnover 10 speed. Flip it up, turn it over. Love this one. Really fun to throw. All right, so next are the one of my favorite ones is the long and this crystal clear long. Super cool. Loving that. Um, this bag will be changing because there's gonna be a couple more crystal plastics coming out, and I'm loving the look of this, so I'm gonna be using those a lot. And now the last two of the 10 speeds are my brand new Wukongs. This one's more stable. This one's more straight, but they're both amazing discs. Love this one for forehand. You can really trust it to not turn over, just go straight. This one is amazing too. They're going to be 10 or 9 speed. I think they're going to be 10 speeds over, just based off the rim. But this one, I can get a lot more distance off of it than this one, as it is a little bit more understable, but nothing crazy. It'll still finish a nice hard fade. All right, so now we're gonna move on to distance drivers. I absolutely love our distance drivers, so let's go ahead and get those up here. There's a lot of them that I like to use. So we're gonna start here low first at the key. The key is a nice understable one, but this one has some stability to it. So I can still flip this one up, get it in turn, but it was still gonna fade out. Whereas if you want like something to flip a ton, then you're looking at the Phoenix, and if you really, really need flippy, then for the Dragon. This is the one I like the most, is I don't want it to like just dump over too much. Every once in a while I throw the Phoenix in, but I'm looking at tournament bags. I want something I can trust and reliable. So I'm going with the glazed plastic. Next is going to be the one of my old favorites, the Twin Swords. Love this one, that tortoise plastic. There's going to be some new, really cool Twin Swords coming out that I'm definitely going to be grabbing. So keep an eye on this slot too. Then two of my favorite discs, the Shi Gongs. This is the normal glaze. This is that glow plastic. I love both of these. These are more overstable than my other Shi Gongs. That's why they're in the tournament bag. Something I can just really rip into, get in that tournament mode, and you're just gonna be throwing hard as you can, pretty much every shot, trying to not mess anything up. And then my last two are my days. I have the Phoenix Day and the Glaze Day, and this one's been in my bag longer than any other disc that I own. And if I lose this, I would also cry. I've gotten it seasoned in so nicely. It'll turn, it'll fade, can get a lot of distance. I love this for forehand, backhand, anything. And then if I need a really, really overstable distance driver, the brand new Glaze Days are super stable, super reliable, but feel great, feel just like this in the hand. But with a lot, the glaze plastic is super grippy. Um, but I can really trust this one to not turn at all, just go really, really straight and fade out hard. So that is what is in my bag. They do change every once in a while for different courses. I throw in maybe more flippy stuff, maybe less speed, depending if I'm playing a smaller wooded course or whatever. But for the most part, this is my main bag. The ones I love the most, the ones that like I'm really looking for something in a tournament. These are the ones I'm grabbing. Um, there is a lot of new stuff coming out from Equin, so I'm probably going to do this again by the end of the summer because there are some great new molds coming. There's some great new plastics coming. I've already seen previews and I'm so excited for the future. But thanks again for checking these out, and we're going to get these flying in the course.